everyone. I hope you all are doing good. So welcome back to my videos. In the last video, I discussed something about influence of microorganisms wherein I started with nutrient cycling. So to continue with the topic, today I want to tell you something about biodegradation. If you remember in my last class, in the last video, I was explaining you about nutrient cycling, in which the last step involved the role of microorganisms, and these microorganisms carry out the process of decay, decomposition or degradation of the dead organic matter that is coming from plants and animals. So that decomposition or decay or degradation carried out by microorganisms is nothing but biodegradation. So it is the biological degradation of the organic matter. So when you want to define it precisely, you can define biodegradation as biologically catalyzed reaction that is carried out by the microorganism. So what happens in this biodegradation? Nothing but it is the reduction in the complexity of chemical compounds which are basically organic in nature. Okay, let me repeat for you once again. Biodegradation is the biological catalyzed reaction which involves the reduction in the complexity of the chemical compounds. Reduction in the complexity of chemical compounds that will be actually carried out by the microorganism. That is why it is called as biological degradation. As it is carried out by microorganism, it is being given the name of biodegradation. So how these microorganisms carry out this degradation process? So if you consider this degradation process, these microorganisms carry out the degradation process through their metabolic processes, and or either it can be a metabolic process or it can be an enzymatic process through which the microorganism transform this complex chemical substances. And also these microorganisms carry out the process of degradation based on the presence of the oxygen. It can be aerobic biodegradation or anaerobic biodegradation. So what is aerobic biodegradation? It is nothing but in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic is nothing but in the absence of oxygen. Now coming to the process of transformation or degradation of the chemical substances is taking place through the metabolism and also through the enzymatic process. So metabolisms, coming to the metabolic processes. So these microorganisms are able to degrade any organic matter or the chemical substance because that particular substance is becoming the sole source for their growth. Those substances are becoming the sole source of whatever growth, sole source for their growth. That is why they are able to utilize them, they are able to completely metabolize them, degrade them, and finally they will be converting them into some simpler substances. And also it is involving some enzymatic processes in which these microorganisms may also produce certain enzymes based on the presence of that particular substance. That substance will act as a substrate to the enzymes produced by these microorganisms. So that is how that enzymes will depend on those substrate and they convert them into the simpler form. So that is how the microorganism completely degrade that complex compounds or the substances that are present in the atmosphere. Either they can completely degrade that substance or at least they can also convert those substances into some non-toxic forms. So either of the things can happen. Now what are the microorganisms involved mainly? The microorganisms mainly involved are fungi, yeast and bacteria. Algae and protozoans are not yet to be found to be involved in this particular process. The group of organisms involved are fungi, yeast and bacteria. What are the substances that are subject to biodegradation? Involves biodegradable organic matter, that is coming from plant and animal, that is nothing but the waste coming from the living organisms, and also there are certain toxic substances because of the microorganisms astonishing ability to degrade certain toxic chemical substances. They can even depend upon, or they can even metabolize, break down or degrade certain toxic chemicals such as hydrocarbons, polyaromatic hydrocarbons, which are generally called as PABs, polychlorinated biphenyls, which are called as PCBs, and even they can even metabolize radionuclides and metals. Just imagine if these substances are becoming persistent in nature, they enter the food chain and they are already causing a certain level of harm to the human beings, but because of the microorganisms, their toxicity has been reduced to a great extent. And generally the end product of this biodegradation is carbon dioxide. The biodegradation process may vary from organism to organism or from the substance to substance, but generally the end product of these biodegradable processes is generally carbon dioxide. Now coming to the examples of the organisms that carry out the process of biodegradation. Coming to bacteria, certain species of Bacillus, Staphylococcus, Enterobacter, Pseudomonas. Coming to fungi, Cladophialophora, Penicillium, Aspergillus niger, Leptodontium, yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Candida lipolytica, Tychosporon cutaneum are the examples of the microorganisms that can carry out the process of biodegradation. On the whole, I can conclude this biodegradation topic as the nature's adaptation or the nature's inherent process to clean the waste. It can be used to clean the waste and also to recycle the certain elements which are essential to maintain the ecological balance. But unfortunately, what is happening nowadays is because of the increased human activity, there is increased release of these toxic chemicals into the nature. If you take the example, the present day problem is of plastic. Remains in the atmosphere and cannot be biodegraded, and it will be persistent in the atmosphere for some thousands of years, hundreds to thousands of years. So what will happen if such kind of toxic chemicals are present in the atmosphere? They cause a great harm to the human life, and not only to the human life, the complete ecological balance will be disturbed. So, as it is the biodegradation, the human activity is outpacing the biodegradation process, because of which there is increased release of carbon dioxide and the other greenhouse gas, that is methane, and which is eventually causing the global warming and climate change. So that is why biodegradation can be considered as one of the vital process that is carried out by microorganisms and have got a very great influence on our life, because this is the only process, this is one of the process because of which the ecological balance and the planet, the life on the planet can be maintained can be maintained. Thank you, and that's all for today.